My sister, you are dating a married man who has a wife and kids. That's why he always comes to your house, but you never go to his house. I don't know how it's possible that you can date somebody for a full year, but you've never been to where he stays, and you're okay with that. If you've been that person, judge, I guess, and I am judging you. Please start judging yourself and have that wake-up call. Literally, he's moving into your house one t-shirt a day. So every time when you see a sign saying we are going to Sahara Desert, Hliga, get off. Yehla khona lapho, because wow, there's no water where you're going, right? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self-Love. If you're joining in for the first time, welcome to the family of healing, self-love and motivation. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continuous love and support that you are showing me. You can also call me the alarm clock, because I will wake you up. Whatever time that you set and you're supposed to wake up, I will wake you up. Whether you hate me, you throw me across the room, or you decide to snooze or wake up, it is entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, when it is time for the alarm clock to sound, I am going to sound, and you will then decide what you do with it. And in today's segment of me sounding and trying to wake you up, I'm going to be giving you 7 type of men that you should run away from. And also don't forget to hide your pairs when you meet them, okay? And funny enough, you can actually find all 7 of these men in just one man. So you really need to watch this video until the end, so that if you meet anybody like that, you should run away. And also you should share this video with, your young upcoming professionals, young girls who are only just starting to work, starting to find, their feet and figure their lives out, because they can really be victims of this type of men that they need to look out for, right? So this is coming from a video that I did. For those who don't know, I have a podcast called the Safe Space Chats podcast, and I had a guest by the name of Ntombehle VIANTO Mtshali, who was sharing a story of just her life in general, her identity crisis. So there's a small clip that I took out and I was posting on social media, where she was talking about how when she was married, she took a loan on behalf of her husband because she wanted, things to be okay in the household. And this man only paid for that loan twice, and he never paid again. And she was left stranded with a loan that 5 years after the divorce, she is still trying to pay for that loan. So if you've not watched that episode, I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below so that you can go and watch it. I'm also going to leave a link to a short video that I did of 7 signs or 7 type of men that when you see them, you should hide your purse, because listen, he's not here to play with you. He's here to finish you to the core. And the way I take you guys so seriously, I even noted these things down, like I'm so serious, my goodness. So number 1, the first type of men that you should run away from when you meet them, it's tenderpreneurs. Sure. My goodness. In as much as with the 7 pointers that I did with the short video, it didn't really give detail of why you need to run away from certain type of men. This video is gonna give you exactly that, like detailed information of why you need to run away from that man, or why you need to look out for those type of men. All right. So number 1 is tenderpreneurs, the gang that is always saying, listen, I'm waiting for an order to pay out. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. Usually those type of people never go for somebody who does not have like a full-time job, or somebody who has a stable job, because they need somebody who will be able to take a loan on their behalf so that they can get money to be able to secure that tender and get the order and whatnot. So if you have a full-time job and you just attracted a man that happens to be a tenderpreneur who always has, money to spend on you, but when it comes to his now tenders that need to be paid, he needs you to help him out to be able to pay the suppliers, so that when the tender pays out, you will make more money. You need to be very careful of that man. I'm not saying that this is applicable to all men, but in most cases, if you check, the reason why he came to you, it's not even because you have like a heck of a lot of money, but he came to you because he knows that you have a stable job, meaning that if you can't give him the money that he wants, he is going to convince you to take a loan, sell your car, sell your house, just sell something so that we can secure this tender, and we are doing it for us. We are building. He's literally going to convince you that you guys are actually building an empire together, but this empire requires that you dig into your pocket to make sure that you fulfill or you help him, fulfill his vision. I mean, at the end of the day, as women, we are supposed to be submissive, and you're supposed to submit under his vision. And this vision that you're going to be submitting under, you're going to have to pay for it. All right. So you need to be very careful when it comes to tenderpreneurs who are always waiting for orders to pay out, who don't have any other type of income. When every time when you go to work, they're just sitting waiting for an order to come through. The money is coming. The money is still coming. It's still working even today. Ask other people they know. 10 years later, the money is still working, coming. And you need to be careful of that. That's number one, right? Number two, you need to be careful of, men who wear expensive clothes, right? But don't even have a car. Like, so many people are more focused on, like, you see this type of men that when you look at him, you see that he's wearing like 20,000 rands, but he is walking. Therefore, your car, right? Because they usually never go for somebody who does not have a job, who does not have a car, who does not have their life together, all right? So they go for somebody who has all of that, so that when they come with their gears, their clothes, they're going to fit in perfectly in your vision. They're going to fit in perfectly in your lifestyle, and you guys are just going to roll together. Why do you have expensive clothes but you don't have a car? Why do you have expensive clothes but you can't afford certain things? Well, it's simply because you have the expensive clothes so that you can attract people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with owning expensive clothes. I mean, I do have a few items which I would like to consider expensive, and that doesn't mean that I have money. You get what I'm saying? Because I literally can own a belt, which is so much, but I don't have that much money in my bank account, because seasons come, seasons go, money comes, money goes. But you need to be very, very careful when you are being approached by a man that when you look at him head to toe, he really does look like money, but he does not have the money in his bank account. He only has his money on his body. Very, very careful, because you are going to find all the other things that need to complement the clothes that he's wearing. And also, you need to question his maturity to say, if you can buy all these expensive things, but you don't even have a roof over your head, you can't even afford your own car, you can't even afford your own rent, why then are you focusing on your image? You don't want to be stuck with that for the rest of your life, all right? So be very careful when you are meeting men who look good, look expensive, but are actually not expensive, right? Number three, I told you that, you guys, I'm taking you very serious. A guy who is blacklisted, who is a high earner, somebody who earns actually triple your salary, but they are blacklisted to a point where they would buy you anything and everything, and they get to a point where you feel like whatever amount of money that they're spending on you is more than your salary, but they come back to you and say, listen, babe, because I'm blacklisted, please help me get a loan. Please help me get a cell phone on contract. Please help me get this. Please get me a car. Let's apply for a car using your name. I will then pay. I mean, the amount of money that I've been using on you, you can see my pay slip. I'm earning so much, then I can't afford to pay this thing. It's just that because I'm blacklisted, because, life happened before we met and I was reckless. Number one, why are you listening to somebody who could not even take care of their own financial well-being? Like, if that man couldn't be trusted with his own credit record, do you honestly believe that he will be trusted with yours? Do you believe that this man loves you more than he loves himself? Do you believe that somebody who can just watch their own credit record going down the drain can actually consider saving your credit record? Because I can tell you now, this man is going to pay once or twice. After that, he's going to do to you what he did to himself, which is the reason why he's listed there by ITC. Your name, my friend, is going to the ITC because you are not focusing. Focus, girl. Focus. Yes, he did a lot for you. He bought you a frontal cash, a frontal which is equivalent to your salary. But you have something that he does not have, and that is a good credit record. With that credit record, what he can do, he can get everything that he wants, and he can destroy you the same way he destroyed himself. So you need to be very careful of somebody who is a high earner, but has a bad credit record. That man can't be trusted. That is a very irresponsible man. No matter how much a man earns, if he can't be trusted with his own credit record, you cannot trust him with your credit record, my friend. So you need to be very, very careful with that, all right? Number four, a love bomber. Usually the high earners go hand in hand with love bombing, because they have the cash. Instead of them paying their debt, they would rather not pay their debt. They will love bomb you because they know that you will consider that as love. You will be blown away. You will completely forget about your own life, and you will just focus on, listen, I am loved. I've never been loved like this. So they will love bomb you. They will send you flowers at work. But I'm telling you, my friend, you are going to pay more than double of what they are actually doing for you. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be very careful with people who are going to love bomb you, and then immediately after love bombing you, they start asking for favors that don't actually seem like financial favors, because they seem like, it's nothing. He can afford this. He got my back. He's been having my back since day one. Therefore, this is nothing. Be very careful. Because after him love bombing you, he's going to come and ask for financial favors, and it will seem as if he can stick it out, but you will be left in the desert with no water. So every time when you see a sign saying we are going to Sahara Desert, Hliga, get off. Get off. Yehla khona lapho, because wow, there's no water where you're going, right? Number 5, he has done his research on you. Research as in you meet a guy and you keep asking yourself, how do you know so much about me? He knows where you work. He knows your friends. He knows how many kids you have. He knows your exes. He knows everything about you. And when you are so blown away, you are thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, this man loves me so much that, he spent so much time trying to figure out what I love, trying to figure out my do's and don'ts, my ups and downs, my this, my that. This man is going to do his research on you so much that you will feel like, you know what, I've known this person all my life. Not only because, and he's not doing all of that because he really wants to be with you or because he loves you so much. He's doing all of that because he's doing his homework. He knows his targets, right? You are his target. And when he's telling you these things, these are red flags. They are written red flags. Listen, my sister, I've been doing my research on you because you are a perfect candidate for what I want to pull. But we're not, because my sister, you are love bombed. You are in love. You are in cloud 9. You don't even realize that you are thinking, oh my goodness, this man loves me so much. He's been so invested in my life and what I do. And this is like my ride or die. This is my Prince Charming. No. He did his research. He knows what he can get from you. You need to also look around you, Uri. What is it exactly that this person is going to get from me? I know that it seems like, you are too careful. You are too this, you are too that. You will never leave if you are living a life like that. But it's better for you to be safe than sorry. You understand what I'm saying? It's better to be safe than sorry. It's better for you to be aware of these things than for you to actually not care a damn. It's better to have an alarm clock which is going to sound, and then you get to decide whether you're going to wake up, you're going to throw it across the room, you're going to snooze, or you're going to hate on the alarm clock. It's entirely up to you. The decision is yours, but the alarm clock is still doing what? It is sounding, okay? Moving right along to number 6, you don't know where he works. Like, this man works. He wakes up in the morning, he dresses up, he's looking good, he's going to a job, but you don't know where that job is. And for some reason, conversations around where he works, they always fade within thin air. He's not detailed about where he works. He literally just gives you hints, tips, and this and that. And he would always make it seem as if, I don't trust you yet. So because I don't trust you that much, I can't tell you about where I work. I need to trust you. I need to know you're not here for my money. You know how men who don't have money will always say, it feels so good to be a man who does not want me for my money, a woman who really loves me for who I am. No, my sister, this man does not have a job to go to. You are the job. You are the peace job. He is literally sitting there waiting for you to believe in this heaven that is going to paint for you before he strikes, okay? So be very careful. If he knows where you work, if he knows where you live, but you don't know where he works, then my sister, are you okay? You are comfortable with that? Check yourself, all right? Last but not least, you don't know where he lives. They'll give you a story, hey, Mina, I have a baby mama, or hey, Mina, I live with my kids, hey, Mina, I'm not ready, hey, my house this, my house that, I can't take you to my apartment because of who I stay with my kids, I'm not ready to introduce them to. Okay, can't the kids go? Can't the kids go to visit somebody else and then one time you go and visit and see where he stays? My sister, you are dating a married man who has a wife and kids. That's why he always comes to your house, but you never go to his house. I don't know how it's possible that you can date somebody for a full year, but you've never been to where he stays, and you're okay with that? If you've been that person, I am judging you. Please start judging yourself and have that wake up call. Let that alarm sound wake you up so that you can get to the bottom of the fact, or why is it that you don't know where this man stays, but he's sleeping at your house every day. Literally, he's moving into your house one t-shirt a day. You need to be very careful of that. And that is all that I have for you for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like for me to do a part 2 or any other segment, do let me know in the comment section down below. I love you. I'll see you in the next upload. God bless you. Mwah.